Celebrating St. Joseph. Since we celebrate the life and ministry of St. Joseph during the month of March, and especially on March 19th, we present below an excerpt of Pope Francis's apostolic letter released in December 2020 entitled Patris Corde, with a Father's Heart. The Holy Father said, the aim of this apostolic letter is to increase our love for this great saint, to encourage us to implore his intercession and to imitate his virtues and his zeal. Each of us can discover in Joseph, the man who goes unnoticed, a daily, discreet, and hidden presence, an intercessor, a support and a guide in times of trouble. St. Joseph reminds us that those who appear hidden or in the shadows can play an incomparable role in the history of salvation. A word of recognition and of gratitude is due to them all. A beloved Father. The greatness of St. Joseph is that he was the spouse of Mary and the father of Jesus. In this way, he placed himself, in the words of St. John Chrysostom, at the service of the entire plan of salvation. Pope St. Paul VI pointed out that Joseph concretely expressed his fatherhood by making his life a sacrificial service to the mystery of the Incarnation and its redemptive purpose. He employed his legal authority over the Holy Family to devote himself completely to them in his life and work. He turned his human vocation to domestic love into a superhuman oblation of himself, his heart, and all his abilities, a love placed at the service of the Messiah who was growing to maturity in his home. Thanks to his role in salvation history, St. Joseph has always been venerated as a father by the Christian people, as the descendant of David, seeing Matthew chapter 1, verses 16 through 20, from whose stock Jesus was the spring according to the promise made to David by the prophet Nathan. See Book 2, Samuel, chapter 7. And as the spouse of Mary of Nazareth, St. Joseph stands at the crossroads between the Old and New Testament. Joseph found happiness not in mere self-sacrifice, but in self-gift. In him we never see frustration, but only trust. His patient silence was the prelude to concrete expressions of trust. Our world today needs fathers. It has no use for tyrants who would domineer others as a means of compensating for their own needs. Every true vocation is born of the gift of oneself, which is the fruit of mature sacrifice. The priesthood and consecrated life likewise require this kind of maturity. Whatever our vocation, whether to marriage, celibacy, or virginity, our gift of self will not come to fulfillment if it stops at sacrifice. For more stories, please visit our website, www.pamphlets2inspire.com.